Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well today. For those of you that may not know me, I am the Garden Goddess. I am a magical and medicinal herbalist, and I curate medicine for the modern man. And today, I wanted to make a quick YouTube video for you all discussing a very common and special gift that some spiritualists will have or not even know that they have, and what I'm talking about is plant telepathy. And so I wanted to really talk about this because this is probably my strongest gift. And it's also a gift that isn't really talked about in the spiritual community for a plethora of reasons. I'm sure if you like were to walk up to a person and ask them, like, hey, like, can you hear plants? They would definitely look at you like you belong in a psych ward. And I'm gonna call a 5150 on you stat. So the reason why it's probably not talked about is because it seems very out there. But plant telepathy is actually a very common gift, especially with people or spiritualists that have the path of plant medicine or curating plant medicine, or even the path of becoming an herbalist or a medicine maker. And so this is a very beautiful and special gift. And I wanted to share with the collective on how to cultivate this gift, on how to even know if you have this gift, and how to strengthen it. And so before we jump right in, I'm going to give you a quick story time on how I realized I had this gift and I didn't even know I had it. And that started from at a young age. I had an affinity for nature. I just loved being outside. I loved being with the trees. I loved being with the rocks. I was always in the dirt. I was always going to, trying to be outside. And I found myself talking to trees. I found myself venting to trees and telling the trees about my day, and telling the trees like how someone is getting on my nerves, and crying to the trees and having this energy exchange that would happen of as I was communicating with the trees, somehow, some way I felt like the tree was responding to me, whether it was through a sense of calmness that I would get after I was talking to the tree, or I would lay on the tree and there was something in me that felt activated and there was like a warmth there. And I realized later on, I'm like, the tree was communicating back to me this whole time. Another thing that happened was as a child, I did not like baby dolls. I couldn't stand baby dolls, actually. I have one doll that I have, and outside of that one doll, I was collecting rocks at a young age, and I would draw faces on them, and that would be my doll. And I used to get in trouble all the time and almost got my butt whooped a few times because my aunts and uncles was like, Whitney is collecting rocks, like, get it together. And so this later on translated into me having a green thumb, which is probably the most common thing that you hear is people that can grow plants very easily. They have a green thumb. For some reason, the plants just grow whenever they're around. It's just like there's something about that person that just makes things thrive, that brings life to a space. And so people that have green thumbs normally have that ability to communicate with plants. Also, people that have a natural affinity for medicine, which is also something that I found myself doing, is I had a natural desire to create things, especially with my hands. I love creating with my hands, and I love creating medicine with my hands. And so at a young age, as I entered into my pre-teenhood and my early adolescence, I was constantly creating some sort of makeshift recipe, whether it was some sort of facial cream, hair care products. I was experimenting with the foods that I would eat. I was creating all different like masks. I was creating, I don't know, God knows what. And sometimes it worked, and sometimes it didn't, but that desire never left me. And so now I'm in my adulthood and I'm on the path of a medicine woman, and being academically sound and advanced so that I can fully create an institution to create magicians and medicine makers too. And so this is my journey as someone that loves plants, that is on this path to being a medicine woman for the collective. And it all started with the gift of just talking to plants. And so, ways that you may feel that connection is through just something that you naturally do. Are you someone that naturally loves to make oils and tinctures? Are you someone that enjoys, having a garden? Are you someone that loves to be like a DIYer that really cares about creating things that are holistic and natural and helpful? Are you someone that has an affinity for having a garden? Are you someone that just loves having plants in a space? Are you someone that has a green thumb that naturally just can grow anything that you touch? You may have that gift of plant telepathy. And it's something that is so subtle and such a soft gift because the plants aren't loud that you may be ignoring it. And so, how you develop this gift is through three ways. One is cultivating a relationship with one plant, right? When you're wanting to develop a gift, the best thing you can do is have one thing that you work with and strengthening that muscle, and eventually you'll be able to work with multiple plants. But having one plant that you work with, that you develop, whether it's a plant in a pot, whether it's a herb that you just have in the house, having that one plant that you work with and giving that plant permission to teach you and be your teacher for that season will help you develop not only a relationship with the plant, but also help strengthen your gift of like, okay, I know what this plant needs to thrive. I know what this plant needs in order for me to kill it. I know what this plant needs when it wants more light. I know when this plant is telling me that it needs more water. I know when this plant is telling me that it needs to be in a new space. Those are really simple and subtle ways that you can develop a relationship and cultivate your gift of plant telepathy. Another one is meditation. The art of meditation is really just clearing yourself out to be a channel for something higher than yourself or even your higher self, right? And so oftentimes we're caught up in the noise of our life that we can't hear what's going on around us. And some of us can't even see what is happening in our reality. And so when you take the time to quiet out the noise and meditate with the plant, you'll be able to hear the messages that it has for you, or the medicine, I like to say the magic or the medicine that it has for you to help you attune to your gift one and to actually help you develop a more beautiful and fulfilling life. Plants are here to guide us. Plants are our teachers. I constantly say that. And for some of us, plants are our ancestors, if that's a belief system that we have. I believe that our plants are another form of our ancestors. And so when we're able to develop that gift and we're able to develop that connection, we realize that the same ways that our ancestors that we see on our altars or that we communicate with in our dreams, the ways they communicate with us is also the same ways that plants communicate with us, right? And so working with the plant solo, having a solo journey with the plant will help you develop your gift. Meditating with a plant will help you develop your gift. Also, making magic. Sorry, I had like a brain fart. Making magic with just that plant will help you develop your gift. And not just making magic, but specifically doing divinations with this plant will help you develop your gift. Some of us, we are overthinkers, just like I am, and we have ability to think ourselves into a reality that is not real, or we make up stuff in our mind that doesn't reflect what is actually going on. And so having a third party, such as a divination tool, such as a tarot card, such as an oracle card can help be that medium or bridge for that relationship to happen. So, working with the plant as a medicine, utilizing the plant, drinking the plant, utilizing the plant in a bath, utilizing the plant in like a head wash, using the plant in your body care, doing divinations over the plant will help you develop that muscle to communicate with it. And in turn, eventually trusting the messages that you're getting outside of utilizing a divination tool. And so those are just simple ways to develop your beautiful and wonderful and sensitive gift that has been given to you. And so I hope you try this out. I hope it works for you. If you're someone that has that gift or you feel like you have that calling to this medicine path, um, what's life been like for you? How have you been developing your gift? What phase of this path are you on? And I will see you all in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to hear from you and see you soon. All right, take care.